All right, hello traders. It is Monday, June 17th, 2024. Welcome to the channel here at Tom King Trades, and we're going to go through a little bit of mindset info first, and we're going to look at the account for today, and we'll take it from there. But overall, good day in the markets, good day for us in the account. But I want to speak again to mindset. Now, we keep touching on it a little bit here and there. I want to just make sure you have the overall structure, though, for success in trading. Because you can't just dabble a little bit with some mindset. You can't dabble a little bit with, maybe I'll put a plan together and what strategies I want to use. I saw a post today from someone who, was approaching a stop loss and said, I'm not sure if I want to, follow my rules or not. I'm like, what? You don't want to follow your rules? So let's get into that and make sure that you have all the tools to be successful as a trader. And this is not just a simple matter of, hey, let's just throw some strategies together. Other people seem to be doing well with it. I can go out and be successful myself. It takes really two key things. Okay. The first one is develop a plan. Okay. You've got to have a plan. I have nailed this time after time after time until you're probably sick of hearing it from me, but you got to have a plan. Plan equals consistency. You can't be consistent as a trader without a plan. You can't be willy-nilly throwing trades on and taking them off and having different profit targets at times and forgetting your stops and letting things roll. You really can't do that if you want to be consistently profitable. Those that are successful in trading have a plan and they stick to it. A pretty mechanical methodology. It's very rare to have someone who's just going to wing it and adjust trades and take them off and not follow a strategy. It just doesn't work in trading. Very rarely will you find those types of people. Most people will fail because these are the things they don't have. And the first part of having a plan, so there's going to be 4 parts to putting your plan together. Okay, number one, understanding your why, your mission, your values. Why are you trading? Why do you want to trade? What is it that you want to get out of this? Do you want to make extra income? Do you want to save for retirement? Do you want to increase your retirement? Do you want to create an income stream? Do you want to just create wealth to share and create a legacy? Why do you want to do this? Why do you want to put yourself through the aggravation of potentially trading and wins and losses and the roller coaster that could potentially be trading? Okay, so number one, if you don't know your why, you can't start trading. Okay, stop. Don't place another trade until you write down your why, a couple sentences at least of why is it that you want to do this. So know your why, number one. Number two, I want to make sure that you've got clear goals written down and they're realistic goals. What is it that you're looking to accomplish from a numbers perspective? Now that I understand my why, I want to have a account that can pay for my kids' education and my retirement and let me enjoy myself in retirement or in my older years or whatever it might be, or I just need this or that. Well, now you've got to put some numbers to that. So the second piece you have here is what are your goals? And I want you to be specific. I want to know what the goal is and by when. Okay? How much do you want to make and by when? So right now, let's say you're sitting on $100,000, but I would like to have $1 million in 10 years. Okay. And in order to do that, I need to make X percent a month or X percent a year. Okay. That will get me to that. And then look at it to see, is that realistic? Okay. Did you have to come up with some plan that looks like it's 5% a month? Okay. And you're going to have to hit 5% a month consistently for 10 years. Okay. That doesn't sound too realistic and too consistent for me. Okay. So you're setting yourself up for failure there. Don't watch those folks out there that are telling you, I just made 10% this month or some whopping number, okay? Because if that's your goal, you will absolutely fail. Very few people are going to set a goal of cranking out 10% every month without having down months, okay? And then all of a sudden you have a couple down months, you don't hit your goals, you're not making the money, okay? Because you set yourself up for failure by not having realistic goals, okay? Doesn't mean it can't be a little stretch. Okay, don't make it, hey, I want to make a 0.5% a month. Okay, you can do that more by just leaving your money in the S&P. In fact, what is the S&P this year? So far, it's up 15% already for the year. Okay, well, why would you want to underperform what the market itself can do. So give yourself a bit of a goal, but make sure it's realistic. Number three, you've got to come up with what is your risk tolerance? What are you willing to risk per trade? How much risk do you want in that account? What is that, again, what is the account for? What's the why in that account? And then does it make sense to take on X amount of risk? If you're going to try to hit 5% a month, you're going to have to take an extraordinary amount of risk. If you want to make 2% a month, you're going to have to take on a decent amount of risk. If you want to make 1% or a 0.5%, well, now your risk is less. But maybe you only want to make, maybe you want to make 2% a month, okay? But you can't sleep at night because you're worrying about some of your trades. They're starting to approach a 2x loss, okay? And now you're watching the, after hours trading to see, is something going to get there? I mean, if that's your level of discomfort with your trading, okay, you've got to really mirror up your risk tolerance, okay, with your goals and make sure they make sense. So now that risk tolerance and goals can fit together, you can now start to grab the strategies that are going to make sense to accomplish those goals within the risk parameters that you have. What are the strategies? Are you going to do the wheel? Are you going to sell covered calls on your long-term investments? Are you going to sell strangles? You can do the 1-1-2 trade, the 1-1-1 trade, the 1-3-2-5-7 trade. Are you going to trade ratio spreads? Are you going to sell naked puts? Are you going to buy calls? What is it that you're going to do? And do those strategies mesh with the risk tolerance that you have and the goals that you have? Will it get you to the finish line? When you have all four of those things done, you put it together and you've got a plan. Now that you've got that plan, you have to follow it. Consistency is key. Remember, every month we want to generate an amount of money that's going to continue to compound year over year. So we don't want giant hills and valleys. We don't want to make 10% and 0 and then 5% and then lose 2%. It's craziness. Okay. You can't live that way. It's going to be extraordinarily stressful for you. Not that you won't have ups and downs. Realize you're trading. Markets are going to go up. Markets are going to go down. You're going to have periods of prolonged losses. You're going to have periods of prolonged successes. Either way, we want to smooth it out as much as possible to give you the chance to be as consistent as possible. If all I'm going to do is buy calls on stocks that are going up, well, what are you going to do when the market turns bearish? Okay. Are you going to be able to adapt to buying puts in stocks that are going down? No, I can't do that. Okay. Now it becomes harder to find those trades. So now that we've got a plan together, the second part of success in trading has to be your mindset. What's between the ears? Having a great trading mindset is the key to success. Okay. You got a plan, you got to follow it. So the first thing you have to be able to do is have the discipline to follow your plan. So your mindset starts with discipline. Okay. Following the plan, sticking to the plan. Okay. It has to be your plan, not my plan, not someone else's plan. You've got to follow your plan. Okay. But you got to have the discipline to stick to it. That's one of the first pieces of success for traders is you must be disciplined. You have to be able to follow the plan, right or wrong. If you put the plan together, you're going to be fine. But you're going to take losses and you're going to take plenty of victories in there, but you got to stick to it. You can't be changing your plan because I just saw some guy trading SPX and he's selling puts and then he's writing puts against his, long puts. Or now I see some guy trading this 1-1-2 thing. And then this guy's trading a 90-day version of it. But this guy over here, he's having some success with a 120-day version of it. This guy sells a 4-day version of the 1-1-2, whatever it might be. Okay. I'm just throwing trades out there, but you get hopefully the point that I'm making is you can't go chasing all of these different people and all of the different trades. You got to find those trades that, again, going back to your plan, fit your why, fit your risk tolerance, fit your goals. Okay. And does those strategies fit that? Okay. Well, day traders, I'm going to go join a prop firm and I'm going to trade for, and scalp my way through things. Can you handle the stress of scalping and having to make X amount of money each day? Okay, just because it's a prop firm doesn't mean it's free money. Doesn't mean you can just lose everything because it's really not your money. Okay, you're not going to also make all of that money either because they own some of that money. So understand what it is you're trying to do, but have the discipline to follow your strategy and stick to it. Okay. Number two, on the mindset piece, you got to have patience. Okay, patience. What trades are setting up for you? Is there a trade that fits your strategy? I'm going to use Strangles because you know I like Strangles. It's not my only strategy. It's just one of them. Okay, it's one of my core 4 strategies that I really, really like to use. It's not the main one, but we'll talk about Strangles. What's setting up for a Strangle right now? So every couple days, I give our members some of the Strangle setups that I like. Is ES a good Strangle? No, it's not a good Strangle setup. Don't be trading it. Is gold a good Strangle? Well, it hasn't been, but it's starting to become one now. Is oil futures setting up good for a Strangle? Right now, they're beautiful for Strangles. Are bonds great for Strangles? Right now, they are. Be patient and wait for something to come to you. I'm not going to force a trade on gold or ES or nat gas or something else just because I need to get trades on. You got to be patient and you got to wait for the setup to be right according to your trade plan. Your trade plan should define your entry and exit criteria. Okay, when do you get in? How do you get out? Whether it's a win or a loss. Okay, but you got to have the patience and wait for those setups. Okay, the third piece here is you really got to get emotions out of the game. A lot of that comes because you have a trade plan, but only if you have the discipline to follow your trade plan. And if you do, it's going to start to remove some of those emotions like fear and greed. Okay? Fear of losing money, fear of getting out too early, okay? Greed, hoping that something's going to turn around or hoping you're going to squeeze more money out of a trade, even though it's beyond, where you want to take it. You know what? I've took a loss lately, and you know what? I think if I just try to get more than 50% off of this one, as soon as you start doing that, as soon as you start breaking your rules, okay, that's when you're going to get yourself in trouble. It could pay off for you, but in the long run, it won't. Okay, the short-term payoff and breaking your rules is going to be a long-term problem for you because now you're used to breaking your rules and you think you can do it and you think you're becoming invincible every single time. You got to stop. Okay, so these are the 2 things I think that are critical for you in order to become a great trader. Have a plan. I already covered how to put that together. And 2, you got to have the right mindset in managing those emotions so that you can become a lot better trader and a lot more disciplined and consistent trader once you have that plan. If you don't have these things together, hold off. It's okay. You don't have to jump in. I think some of the times we see, people jumping into our Discord, okay, and immediately they're trying to blast trades out. Okay, well, Tom's got this trade he's been successful on. I'm going to put this on. I'm going to copy his trade. Okay. Does it make sense for your plan to put that trade on? Is my account the same as yours? Okay, I run a small account, a larger account, and an IRA account for our members. Okay. Today, I put on a Strangle in the IRA account. I closed a trade in the main trading account. Okay, but just because I put on that Strangle doesn't mean that would make sense for our small account. It doesn't mean it makes sense for our large account. It made sense for our IRA and the IRA plan that we have. Every account that I'm trading has its own plan. Sometimes there's some crossover. We use similar strategies. Sometimes we don't. In my IRA, I use a 111. In my trading account, I use a 112. Either way, okay, they both work fine, but there's reasons for different setups. Okay? I might trade certain Strangles in an IRA and not others. I might do naked puts in a trading account, but not in an IRA. I might trade standard 112 trades in small accounts, but not in IRA accounts. Okay? Everything's got a different plan, right? So I hope this was helpful for you today. Let's take a quick look at the account and see how these things played out for us today as well. I want to keep showing you what we're doing. Wins, losses, doesn't matter. I want you to understand how I'm not just telling you what I think you should do. I want to show you that I do what I said I want you to do, okay? I follow my plan meticulously. I do not slide around and try different things, okay? Might experiment on some things on the side to see if I can improve performance, but I'm not jumping into somebody else's trades. All right, so we ended the day at a 25 delta, perfectly delta neutral, which is fantastic. Our theta went up on the session today, which is great, 1604, 0.32%. Our net lick did bump up slightly on the day, so we're at 500,000, which is about where we've been. We are just a fraction of a percent, about 1% off of 1.2% off of new all-time highs. So one more good day could put us there, who knows. BP usage has dropped a little bit to 292,933 because we did take off a little bit of a trade and a roll today, but we added a trade as well, which is keeping our theta up. And then our current bill buying power is at 50K, which again is 10%. So our bill buying power remains at 10% of our net lick. So without bill, that puts us at 48.5%. So we do have dry powder available. We don't have to rush out because number two, patience is going to pay off. I didn't want to rush into a certain trade today that I think could be a great setup because I want to see how the market plays out tomorrow. Today was a pretty good update. It was a rollover, a futures contract. So we'll just see how that all affects things. However, and we did have a loss on Friday. I already talked about that. That was a strangle. And then we made some money back today, $1,700 to the good. All right, so we are up for the month of June by $6,400 so far for the month of June, and it's only halfway through. So considering we did take a loss on a strangle, we're in pretty good shape because we've had other wins on strangles, and we've got a couple strangles that are looking pretty good right now. Overall, we are still up 21% on the year. We're averaging 3.74% on the year, which is well above our 3% goal. That's on our realized trades, and then even on the net lick, we're still up over almost 18% there, averaging over 3%. Now the market's doing fantastic. Okay? We're not destroying the market, but we're beating it decently here, and you're beating a market that is on fire. Okay? Our goal is slightly beat the market when we're going up, and then I believe we'll beat it pretty good when it's going down. Okay, but we got to keep pace on the way up. So how are we doing? Let's also take a look at our closed trades on the session, so you get a sense of what we're trading. And today we just had one closed trade. What we did was we rolled a naked put up on one of our 112 trades, our longer term 112 trades. So we rolled a naked put up. That paid off about $1,700. On that overall. So overall, pretty good shape on everything. Nothing else to do. And we also opened up a new trade today. So we did open a gold strangle today. I think gold's fitting strangles finally now. So you're getting right into these gold strangles. That gives us actually I'm looking at our account right now. That's going to give us our second strangle in gold. The first one's up 31%, and we added a new one today, decent IV rank, which is not my criteria or part of my criteria, but it certainly helps to have good IV in there. So overall, that's one of the things that we opened today. There was another trade I wanted to put on in ES today, but I thought, you know what? I'm going to be patient. Okay? Just because I'm over or under 50% buying power doesn't mean I got to fill it right away. I usually will, okay, because I'm a trader and I want to keep trades working. Okay? But I'm going to trade within my means, and I have not gone outside of my means and really open trades when I don't have the buying power. I'm also sitting right now on 9 strangles. I'm sitting right now on 4 naked puts. I'm sitting right now on, I believe it's 6 standard 112 trades. I'm sitting on a couple of put spreads that we're using in a longer term covered strangle type of trade. And then I'm also sitting on my long-term 112s. and I've got one coming off in a couple days this week. So that'll be fine. We'll take that thing off, but we're in good shape. Okay, so I'm happy with where we are on things, and I'm following my plan, following the discipline that's needed to be into this in this plan. So overall, that's what you need to be successful. If you found this video helpful, click the like button down below. We could use the likes, improve our ability to reach out to people. So click the like button. If you're not a subscriber, what are you waiting for? Come and follow us, and let's help improve your plan, your mindset, and your trading strategies. If we do all three of those things, you're going to be successful. And if you really want to see the inner workings and understand what trades I'm putting on and why I'm putting on certain trades, and you want help with your trading plan, putting that together, and you want help with your mindset directly versus just watching some videos, come and join the Discord and learn for yourself. All right, have a great rest of your day. We'll see you guys later. Be safe out there.